Why, hey, look, why can't the truth? Since I told you not to bring up DNA. All right, so look,
And I love
see
it.
the
I
article.
love it.
Look. Okay,
I
I
don't even
told you
know
not
why
to
you
bring
gonna
it up.
do that to
All right,
yourself,
I
brother.
told you not to bring it up. All right, so this is an article. Do humans share 99.9 of their DNA with each other? All right, so look, check this out. Check this out. It said, do all humans have the same biology? The human genome is mostly the same in all people, but there are variations across the genome. The genetic variations account for about 0.0.01% of each person's DNA, contributes to the difference in appearance and health. People who closely are related have more similar DNA. Now check this out. Check this out. This is the part right here I want you to read, right? You see this? Look. It say, how close is pig's DNA to humans? The genetic DNA similarities between pigs and humans being 98% interspecies organ transplant available. I mean, activities between humans and pigs have even taken place. So humans are 98% identical with humans to the point where they could do transplants from fucking pigs to humans. Okay. Now look, check this out. Look.
No, stay right there. Stay right there.
Oh, wait,
Don't
I
go
got something.
nowhere.
No, I got
No,
something.
you're not doing that.
Let me tell y'all the real reason this dude is afraid to debate me. And he keep running from me. All right? He keep bringing up 99% DNA. They always bring up 99% DNA. But what they fail to realize is all you need is that 0.001% to do a lot. Now, it says right here, genetics has proven that you're unique just like everyone else. You're unique. All right? And this article is written by Sharon Briggs. She has a PhD in genetics from Stanford. She's not a professor, A1. She's not a molecular biologist, A1. She's a geneticist. She has a PhD in genetics. Huge difference. All right. Now, what does it say? It's often said that humans are 99.9% identical. And what makes us unique is a measly 0.1% of our genome. This may seem insignificant, but what these declarations fail to point out is that the human genome is made up of 3 billion base pairs, which means 0.1% is still equal to 3 million base pairs. In those 3 million base pairs lie the changes that give you red hair instead of blonde or green eyes instead of blue. You can find changes that increase your risk of obesity and others that decrease your risk of heart disease. Differences that make you taller or lactose intolerant or allow you to run faster. Okay? In fact, one group of scientists looking at 10,000 people found variants at 146 million unique positions, or about 4.8% of the genome. Now, let me go back up for those who want to say, okay, YK, don't cherry pick this. Read the whole thing. When I first started learning about genetic variations, I assumed that these changes, the 0.1% that makes us unique, only appear in certain places, such as genes for height or inherited diseases like diabetes. I thought the rest of the genome, the 99.9% was fixed, that the 0.1 that was different in me was more or less the same 0.1% that was different in you. But as it turns out, the 0.1% of DNA that is different between people is not always the same 0.1%. Variations can happen anywhere in our genome. So get that 99.9% stuff out of here. You will find, now let's go to the next one. In fact, one group of scientists looking at 10,000 people found variants at 146 million unique positions, or about 4.8% of the genome. Another group collected the DNA from 15,000 people and found 254 million variants, roughly 8% of the genome. And as we continue to sequence 100,000, 100 million, or all 7 billion people on the planet, we will find a lot more variation. This means that humans have more differences than we thought. Have more differences than we thought. So why are you still talking about humans are 99.9%? Get it out of here. Don't use it no more. See, this is why A1 don't want to debate me on DNA. This is why he shares a source and then run from it. This is why. But this is going to be embarrassing, because watch what I do to every last one of your sources. Watch this. Let's keep going.
I have something. You're not doing nothing. You're not doing nothing. You're observing and listening. You're not doing nothing. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, you're not.
Scary.
Okay,
Scary.
all right.
No, I'm not.
All right, hold on. Check this out.
Bro, why won't you stay right there?
This how much we need you up here. Now let me continue. Right, so check this out. Look, DNA ancestry tests are meaningless for your historical genealogy search. Okay, so look, check this out. Look, genealogy tracking has become big business, YK the truth, with many companies charging up to $300 to trace your DNA to a specific historical figure or ethnic groups in the distant past by analyzing ancestry DNA. A group of scientists, not Wolf, not Kiowa, not me, not AP, but guess who? Guess who's saying this? A group of scientists now offer a public warning that these ancestry tests has little scientific backing. YK the truth? You see this? Little scientific backing, and are often unreliable and inaccurate, that they amount to genetic astrology. Now, we're not gonna sit up here and play with you niggas no more. You niggas been around here for a long time. Now check this out. I'm gonna go to Professor. Now I'm not just saying it. Here go some of the scientists that's saying it, right? Look, Professor David Baldwin and Mark Thomas.
So I'm going to show the people why they call me YK the truth, right? Now, he shares an article, and the article says DNA ancestry tests are meaningless for your historical genealogy search. March 7, 2013, 6 p.m. by nobody.
He needs some milk.
It's blank. Who's the author of this source?
Nobody, baby.
Who is the author? This dude shares a source that doesn't have an author. So we don't know who wrote this. Right? Now let's see who this no-name author source is quoting. Right? The first sources is a professor. Professors David Baldwin and Mark Thomas. This is what you're giving to the people? An article from 2013 that's written by nobody? And in the picture, you see two white women with what appears to be African men? This is what you're sharing for the people. So there's no author at all. Do y'all see this? All right. And even in his own source, it said that it can be done. Right? It says if an ancestry test finds a connection between a particular sequence of your DNA and a specific isolated tribal group, the only thing that can be concluded is a mere possibility that some of your ancestors were in that group. So does it say that it can't be done through DNA testing? No. It said human history involves an incredible amount of migration. And because each of these genes has its own ancestral history, there are thousands of possible versions of your genealogy. So is there any reliable information about your genealogy in the distant past that come from DNA testing companies? To answer a specific question about an individual ancestry, you need to supplement your mitochondria or Y chromosome genetic information with reliable historical records. It's possible, for example, for two men who find historical records indicating a common male line ancestor 400 years ago to have their Y chromosome DNA now analyzed to their genealogy. Some ancestry testing companies can do this reliably. With advanced testing, you can provide a general ancestry indication on, i.e., Northern Europe, Western Africa, Middle Eastern, and in some cases, even more specific. So your own source says you can see if you come from Africa or not. Your own pseudo source that's written by nobody. Who's the author, bruh? See, this is the problem. A lot of these pretendians and wabbos, they don't know how to do real research. They don't know how to examine a source to see if it's reliable, to see if it's credible. And this is why they share the source and run.
I have something. You're not doing nothing. You're not doing nothing. You're observing and listening. You're not doing nothing. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, you're not. Okay, all right.
No, I'm not.
All right, hold on. Check this out.
Bro, why won't you stay right there?
This is how much we need you up here.
So you can't pull these things out. So they could fool the people and make the people believe that they're sharing credible information when in fact it's bogus. See, he don't want y'all to see that. This is why he's sharing go. Share and run. So when I be like, no, stay right there. Stay right there. No, let me show you another one. This is what he do. He's the typical Gish Galloper. He want to bring up 4 and 5 and 6 things. It won't even let you address the first one. This is what these pseudos do. They try to flood your mind with different topics so you can address one thing at a time. And you're going to see this all throughout the video.
Yeah.
All right, bet. See, this is where you mess up at, right? Can you please go back to those articles, A1? Like, that's the worst thing you can do is share an article, then just go to let's go back to all of those articles. We're going to start with the very first one. See, you get away with murder. Go back. So he's muting my mic to bring on a lady. He's muting my mic right now.
Mic check.
Go back to your very first one.
Great days ahead. Hi fellas, how are you all doing? The young man that is speaking that is so attached to Africa, right?
Yeah.
I would ask, do you ever ask yourself, if you're fucking so attached to Africa, how come the fuck you're not there? And then you're simply here or putting or projecting your whatever your talk is to people that fucking telling your ass, nigga, I don't want to go to Africa, but you want them to travel with you. Did y'all hear what I said? This nigga want y'all to travel with him. So you're a traveler. If you want to travel to Africa, then just fucking go and stop trying to project. I'm gonna give this shit to you because I'm tired of this shit. Right? So take your ass to fucking Africa. They don't want to take a trip with you, and just see yourself the fuck there. Does that fucking make sense to you people?
Yeah, for sure. He
Yes,
don't.
ma'am.
I
Yes,
don't fucking want to go with you to Africa, nigga.
Well, he
I
don't
don't want to go to Africa,
Yes,
motherfucker.
ma'am. Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
He don't want to
Yes,
go
you're
either.
absolutely right. Now we can go back to that source, please.
He ain't going either though.
A1, go back to that source.
That nigga don't want to go to Africa, dog.
Yo, A1, we gonna stick.
Hey, the hoods in
I
Africa
appreciate
look
your
way
comments.
worse.
Hey,
I
all
appreciate
right,
it. Let's
listen.
go back to that
What
source.
ship are we gonna take a ship? We flying or we taking a ship? What we doing?
No,
We
gonna
don't
take
want to go
this-
to Africa.
we gonna get
Hey,
that source.
baby, we don't want to go to
Okay,
Africa.
sis, I agree with you. All right, thank you. I
Okay,
appreciate you.
so stop
right.
trying to make us go
No,
to
I'm
Africa.
not trying to make nobody
I don't
do
want to
nothing.
fly.
Yo, A1.
I don't want
All
to
right,
take a
I'm gonna
ship.
mute until she say what
I
she gotta
don't
say.
want to do any of that. I'm gonna
Grateful,
send you.
Right. Hey, Grateful. Let
Where
me ask
you
you a
at?
question.
All right, so A1, go back to that source. We're gonna beat you up tonight. Don't call him back
while
up.
he doing
Don't call
that,
him back up.
Right. Hey, while he doing that, why can't let me ask you a question about
This is
DNA?
what we do.
Let's say DNA is right, real, right?
Bro, I
so
want to go back
does
to
the DNA
A1 source.
No, I
No,
got
I'm
you.
good.
He
I'm
finna,
good.
well,
I'm
he not
Gucci.
here. He don't hear you right now. You keep saying
All
that.
right, but so what's
Clearly he
so,
would have did it.
so
So let me ask you a
so
question.
we
Why
so
he?
we no hold on, bro. I'm not answering no more questions until he come back in. Because
you gonna
we're not gonna share our sources and then run.
Hey,
We don't do
DNA,
that over here.
DNA show you.
All right, so here's another one of A1 sources. And it says, how accurate are DNA tests? Exactly how accurate are DNA tests? And how much can your genetic data really reveal about you? To find out, we asked a molecular biologist, why is all of his sources quoting someone else? Why is none of his sources written by an actual geneticist or an actual doctor? Why is all of his sources either it's written by nobody or it's sources that's just quoting somebody? Right? So this whole entire article is based on a quote that they got, an answer that they got from somebody named Sergio Pistar. Right? So we're going to see what Sergio Pistar thinks about DNA. This is going to be an epic body, right?
Science fiction stories looking at what we would do with our DNA, but nobody thought about the most simple things that people would use their own DNA to do what people always do and get in contact with others. Find your roots. In the United States, this is a very big deal. If you think about African Americans, they have, of course, there is a very interesting book about that from a sociologist in the United States. The social life of DNA, which is not the same social life I mean in my book. She meant social in the social sense of society. And the book is about what African Americans, how African Americans are actually using this technology to find their roots and to get in contact, how this is changing the approach. This is, it's difficult to explain in a few words, but this is a very big deal. These tools are redefining our identity. These tools are redefining our identity. Your own source, A1. Your own source, A1, backs up Alondra Nelson. She's all over my channel. All over my channel. In the social life of DNA,
Alondra Nelson takes us on an unprecedented journey into how the double helix has wound its way into the heart of the most urgent contemporary social issues about race, weaving together keenly observed interaction with root seekers alongside historical details and revealing personal narrative. She shows that genetic genealogy is a new tool for addressing old and enduring issues. Nelson explains how these cutting edge DNA based techniques are used in a myriad ways, including grappling with the unfinished business of slavery, to foster reconciliation, and to establish ties with African ancestral homelands, to rethink and sometimes alter citizenship, and to make legal claims for slavery reparations specifically based on race. DNA is a portal to the past that yields insight for the present and future, shining a light on social traumas and historical injustices that still resonate today. Science can be a crucial ally to activism to spur social change and transform 21st century racial politics. But Nelson warns her readers to be discerning, for the social repair we seek can't be found in even the most sophisticated science. Engrossing and highly original, The Social Life of DNA is a must read for anyone interested in race, science, history, and how our reckoning with the past may help us chart a more just course for tomorrow. All right. So this is a clear body bag. Beat him up with his old sources. Share this video. Hit the like. Share this video, man. Y'all can't push this DNA stuff no more. Get a DNA test. I will body any one of you abos when it comes to this DNA stuff. If you want smoke, you can get the smoke. It's your brother YK The Truth, and I'm out. Peace.